Have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for them. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You do that? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you... Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here.
We could make the fruit roberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melv.
At last! It all becomes... It's clear. Here.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roberant, are we? Always a pleasure.
We ought to bring this to the one expecting it.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
You really ought to have returned by now. May have to.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes... Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the... Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. But I shan't take up any more of your time.
Moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height. There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Do come again.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around?
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
There's a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Find myself some work.
Well met, sir.
Should I head to the town? You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for it. That place puts my ears
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their I'd like to enlist your aid in driving. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there, as quickly as we may.
Right you are.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your prep.
It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts really. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous... But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. You must make sure your aim is good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the...
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master. Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the... or perhaps 'tis a little... In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed.
That's that, then.
You've my gratitude for the work you've done for us this day. age every time I raise my hammer.
These old bones grow weary. What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. But that place puts my hairs on end. Yet if aught were to befall him, is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up. Wait, listen. Would you be willing? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into... I'd go and search for him myself, only... I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in... So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like... Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye. But my feet know it better than I do. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. Right. In we go, then.
We've been called upon to render aid. Let us make haste.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once...
Seems naught ever goes right. I don't like this.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he...
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Let us keep this place in mind for when night falls.
Oh, I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
Seems naught ever goes right.
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Seems naught ever goes right.
This is rather thrilling.
I don't like this place at all.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Let us see what you're made of.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Fight on, and victory shall be ours.
Not bad. All things considered.
Hold fast, Arisen. I shan't let you fall.
Defend the Arisen!
That's it! I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village. The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal...
Ah, you'll hear no complaint.
We ought to avoid combat if we can. Our priority is to see our charge delivered safely.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
Take care not to fall.
Careful now.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with them? And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that... Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Yeah?
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one.
This is just what I needed.
A mug of ale is just what I need.
My stomach's growling.
Lots to do.
Time for an
Precious
early
little
supper.
time.
Best soup and dust before I open.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Always a pleasure.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
I hope our coin purse isn't too much lighter.
Right you are.
Most sensible, Master. You'll be able to move much more freely with a lighter pack.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Shall we get some rest then?
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Lots to do. And precious
I'm not
little
sure
time.
what to do with myself today.
Got to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit. Let's do that limb go to waste.
I will protect you. Follow my example.
Well said.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet not our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
Wait a moment.
What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste of steel.
I'll go and open the chest. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil! Nicely done!
Think nothing of it.
Splendid.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Tremendous work!
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. Have my protection.
What's this? We're trapped. Fire! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
The Cyclops! Brave, be on your guard!
Well said. I'm coming, Master.
You must hurry! Let no harm befall you, bitten! Caught you! You'll be all right now.
'Tis a foe worthy of caution. Lord save our best.
Understood.
Our foe stumbles. Just one more push ought to bring it. Down.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
I've never seen my own heart.
You have my gratitude, sir. It would seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and...
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road. Although
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Most impressive, Master.
let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Perhaps it was somewhat overdone, but no matter.
Legs are stiff as boards after training.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Your anger is well justified, and I shan't deny you it. However, I am obliged to make you aware of your situation. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
But not at the expense of my duty.
What to make of this?
Where will the wind blow me today, I wonder?
My legs are stiff.
Maybe I'll buy myself a new sword next pay.
Wish the roads were safer.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.